Guys, they had a video after I made that one talking about Michael Jackson, on the last one. Then they recommended a video, 60 Minutes Australia, groomed by a monster, yada, right? I can't reassure you how much genome sequencing does not work. Okay. I told them right off the bat in Sierra Vista, well, we got all these, like they say on the BBC, these people in North Africa have been mass murdering each other in tribal warfare for 1300 years. Doesn't seem like it's going to change much at all, especially if you're not living the Lord's Prayer, right, you little peckerwoods? And so they said the same thing about Mexico. These violent, aggressive sex cults. Yeah, I know. But have you given them the Lord's Prayer? Okay. It's amazing, it's astounding, but it's no bullshit, right? What happens to violent sex cult behavior when you give them immaculate truth through the bravest, most beautiful man they've ever felt in their life, right? Like when we were up there with the air conditioner, in Jerry Provincial, early when I was sick as a dog because of the detoxing, I was trying to do the work. I got sick, I had to go in the house, lay down for a while because I was getting so sick because it was hot. And I'm telling Jerry and Linda, I'm sorry guys, without it being more help. And he goes, you're a really nice guy, Earl. It's like, yeah, of course, I'm like King David. All these perverts in the military, of course, I can't give you a ride, I brought my own. So you're gonna go drop some carbon emission, cancer-causing, murder the poor with extortion, exploitation, and start your alarm clock and get to work killing people with poison because you're supposed to kill to be a hero, right? Dumb as fuck. Well, they really are, And I have compassion for children that are fucked into this hell because, like Muhammad said in the Quran, each child has the opportunity to be a golden, clean slate, to be given the peace of the Messiah Jesus, or you're a hero for the war factory of the fuckers. Now, which one would you choose? Now, if you're Tishna or Lozan or Victoria, let's protect the children from the Wasichu, the Belagana, and the Hallies that tell us money's real. You need it to fuck to live here and fight like hell to fuck to live here. Oh no, we had that shit before money, man. Yeah. Fight like hell to fuck to live here? Oh yeah. Ask Mike Leach. You're in there planting your crops. Some Vikings come out. Take all your food. Kill your kids. If they don't like your wife, they kill her. If they like your life, they fuck her. If they can't get her to assimilate to be a good Viking, they kill her and the fucking kid because the kid's not no good just like the mother. And if that kid can't grow up to be a fucker and that bitch can't accept a fucker is the best Stockholm Syndrome fuck she's ever had, bitch ain't worth a shit, right? You need a ride? I brought my own. Fucking hero. 13-22nd Redeemer. I'm taking walks out here. It feels better. My leg feels a lot better. And some people do care. No, I get yelled at Jennifer Lopez in my head all the time. You need to get up and do this. Don't you care if you live or die? Like those kids in lockup. Jennifer, how many people that are being murdered that want to be homosexual, that don't want to have kids in this hell? How many of them pray to Jesus to save them, help them want to live, help them want to have a house, a home, a family, and a man that loves them so, and don't want to be a woman that wants to join the burlesque show, How many? You're going to get different answers from all these genome sequencers because genome sequencing does not work, okay? They know how to put you in genetic sequences of emotional and sexual relationships that you've had for tens of thousands of years. And they kill us off, and the man's 37, and the kid is 12. And many lifetimes ago, they had to go fight together, and they didn't want to go fight. Hold me, I just need somebody to hold me. I don't want to go kill people. I don't want to send people off to be killed. You know, my wife doesn't understand because she's like, why can't you be a macho killer like everyone else? So he becomes a lover with one of his best friends who's strong but kind. Right? I have to defend my house. Right? From the guy from Celtic Pride and the guy that gets trucked to the drive-thru or Lethal Weapon, right? So they're friends, and there's such a strong friendship between these two that don't want to fight. And they're part of these families that are the manipulators and the causers of the fight. The producer, the executive producer, the director, the Screenwriters Guild, right? And so, you know, so it's, you know, I know exactly why Brenda Song likes Macaulay Culkin and wanted to have kids with that tender-hearted kid who had a friend that was tender-hearted too. And everybody calls him a monster, but they don't understand. Right? Well, they just want to make money off of Michael Jackson's abuse from the genome sequencers that suck. And it doesn't work. Okay. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. When you look at life eternally, there truly will be work for all. And all the things that you speak about and grope for in vain, you will attain. Peace, harmony, balance, understanding. There'll be no need for heroes. Because we won't invent villains to pretend to be a fucking hero. No, grace is good, shut her up, you little bitch. And don't bring your own ride. Just walk to work. Well, you got a garden. Inagata Davida, yeah. Captain. All right, Captain. I dropped out of the military because they were genocidal. I went to college. I dropped out of college because they were genocidal. Before military and college, I dropped out of being a professional athlete because they were genocidal. I thought I would go to school, play at a small school, maybe play in a less competitive market where I could dominate, where I'd be like the Jordan rules, you know, nobody hits LaDainian Tomlinson. He pays all our bills. People like to watch him play. He's the best basketball player they've ever seen. Not to mention his grandmother's name is Kramer, which means he's Jewish, so I could have played in Israel, right? I made my money for 4 years. Spent more time with my family and my wife and kids. They would have experienced Granny Kramer's migration culture. Met a lot of nice people. Boy, I sure do hate to come see the Holy Land before they blew it up bullshit artists doing all this shit to where Jesus walked, talked, and lived, and nobody lives his walk and talk. But hey, what can I say? Right? It wasn't meant to be. I was meant to walk around this orchard with the Samsung Galaxy 10, and every time, you know, people talk to the sky and say, God's watching, I do this. Yeah. Yeah. God's watching. God's omniscient, omnipotent. Katie Bug was watching, but she took her away. Emily was watching. Dad, you lied. Santa found us. No, Santa was two lesbians that work at Denny's that realized that Mom left with a man she met online and took all her money and left Dad to just pay the bills. So those two kind St. Nicholases went to Walmart and snuck presents in through the front door of Natalie at 5 in the morning. I didn't have the heart to explain to Emily. No, Santa Claus is two lesbians at Denny's. Yes. Well, jolly old St. Nicholas, linger this way. Come and know me better, man. You want to ride, Captain? No, I brought my own. Okay. You're going to drop me off in the middle of the North Pole with nothing but my underwear and a toothbrush. I'm going to come back to Las Cruces in a polar bear skin. Hi, I'm Steven Skull. I invented widescreen. Why don't you have it on this phone? They took it from me. They took widescreen. They took widescreen from me. Those bastards. Will Sasso save us? Funny. Amy gets the joke. She's watching this. She's laughing. Okay, it's my Susie bear. She has a twisted sense of humor, but a lot of times it's very good. Oh yeah, yeah. Now, Patrick, why Amy? Because I had a lot more good times surviving hell and taking care of kids with the woman that loves her kids to the best of her ability, which is very dysfunctional, yes. But that doesn't mean Susie Bear is a monster. It means from 1969 to 1980, the genome sequencers, fuck for the buck, fuck for the buck, fuck for the buck. They think their fuck for the buck got better. And they should have stopped back. They should have stopped back in 2009 when they took the early bird in Cochise counties. But hey, we're all in. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You can never count your money when you're sitting at the table. So just have it airdrop somewhere and bring your own, right? Okay. Dumbass. Everybody in that commercial is a dumbass. So long ago, too long apart, she want another, waited another day for the captain of her heart. Okay. Johnny hates jazz. You left me with nothing but shattered dreams. Shattered dreams. The song I liked back then with all those, I liked Spandau Ballet's. Hands to Heaven. What did they? No, it wasn't Spandau Ballet. Does Spandau Ballet sing Hand to Heaven? Or was that another group? Spandau Ballet was so true. Funny how it seems. Yeah. This much is true. Who sang Hands to Heaven? I don't remember. It was Bob. Bob Cummins did it. He liked the most gay homosexual music in the history of Big Al's Big Animal Gay Barn. You know? Oh, I dug most of them. I'm the one who brought, Buddy. He really liked the general public. It was one of his favorites. I think, well, because Roger, and Pato. I'm the one who got general public and played it. Where is, I don't know where I am, but I know I don't like it. Open up my mouth, and that's Roger, man. Roger from Pato and Roger, yeah. So, yeah. No, I had Pato Batten. It wasn't before I met Bob, no. I got Pato and Roger when I was working at Musicland. That was after we got fired from Yellowfront. Bob Cummins did it, right? But they didn't play a lot of that stuff, And I'm the one who bought General Public, because it had Roger on it. And so, yo, Pato, yes, Roger, let me tell you something. We get this one designed to get the people jumping. Oh, yes, I know, and I have to agree. Let's get down to business. I gotta put that on my MP3. Pato and Roger go talk. Pato and Roger come again. Yeah, I gotta put those on my MP3. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Righty then. So, yeah. I'm walking. I hear you, coconut mother. NASA sucks. I stand by this statement. And disclaimer, there are some people at NASA that want to live the Lord's Prayer, but are unable to do so because of all the perverts that are still genome sequence me that and genome sequence me this. Okay, Riddler, thank you. Okay. Will that do? Ask Carrie if that's okay, Jennifer. Okay, I'm just kidding. You okay, Jim? Still love Jesus? Free falling, Jim? Like Elvis too? I like Elvis too, Jim. I don't want to connect to Carrie. I won't be able to get any sleep. Okay. No, Jim, go away. Just walk away, Jim Carrey. You won't see me follow you back home. But the only reason I like you is because I like your daughter, Jim. She's a nice girl. You're a dumbass, Jim. I'm just kidding her up. He knows. That's the only reason I like me. Gosh dang it, I like Jim Carrey. I don't care who knows it. His daughter, yeah. She was on American Idol. Jennifer cannot make eye contact. You know what that means? Something happened a long time ago that made her feel like, what happened? It's hell out there, and people are there for each other. They're friends for each other. They protect each other from these perverts, Like Natty protected Ralphie or Earl from the perverts that were abusing her mom, and her mom just couldn't get out. Amy still can't get out. She can't tell everybody, I've watched his YouTube. Gosh damn it. He's so right, we're so wrong. Hell's wrong with us, My family could watch my YouTube. I could speak until this day when I was coming home, right? And Jennifer Lopez is in my head talking to me. NASA sucks. And so we're sitting there, and she's talking to me about Steffi. And she goes, no, you have a way of making people feel stupid. And like they can't think for themselves. And I said, Jennifer, that's not what I said to Stephanie. Okay? She kept telling me, you make the decision, you make the decision, you make the decision. I said, no. So why? Because I know this trap. Okay? If the decision is good, it's because she said, you should make the decision, honey. Well, of course it's a good decision. I made it because I told you to make the decision. Right? And if the decision is bad, it's all because you're stupid. What? And it doesn't mean the decision is bad. If other people are fucking your... And I would explain that to her. You know, it's not my fault that John McCain and all these people are fucking us at, you know, with BAQ in the military to make people angry and violent and join racial hate groups for political manipulation. Yeah, I explain it to her, but she's like, okay, you're making me feel stupid because you don't understand what I'm talking about. How the fuck can you not understand what I'm talking about? Okay, I'm not being condescending. I'm not talking to you, but it's okay, Steffi. Okay, these people, they watch in your home through the TV set and the telephones and the computers. They know what you're thinking. Yeah, they're Deion Ferris, right? They know why you say you love them. Okay, I don't know what to say. It's really fucking hard. Just give me some knowledge. I'll buy you some shoes. Let's go to college and become confused. Look, shit. Money's not real, but love is, right? Okay, so why are you still buying shoes? Oh, that's not Psalms or Proverbs, right? So why are you giving people money to buy people shoes and call buying him shoes because he's still asking you for money? Knowledge, right? There's a reason why I'm the Messiah, for crying out loud. Ark of Covenant. Okay, so you're sitting there and you try to explain this to people. You think you're so smart. No, I'm not a phone, but I am intelligent. And my intelligence is never artificial, nor can it be replicated artificially by people believe that their phone is smart and they make lots of money with their smartphone. Right? I had to tune into what's his face? I like him. James Bordeaux, right? And Eric was there, and a lot of the other YouTuber guys that they where his sea turtles won the national championship, and they were all hating on him. It's like, no, he is the best recruiter. He just knows how to recruit better. The best recruiter on 14 and all that, always me, by far. Yeah. You just had to know how to go through their schemes. Of course, you know, you don't go after anybody that don't want you. You don't waste your time. As soon as somebody else offers them a scholarship, if they're a good athlete, leave them on your board. Because there's always a chance that they'll fill their positions at Tennessee or Alabama or UCLA, and that they'll pull a scholarship and you'll be the only one interested and you'll get them. Right? So never take the athletes off the board. If UCSC has offered them a scholarship, you offered them a scholarship and they're at like this much and you're there at like this much and you're at like this much. They pull that scholarship, boom, he's yours, right? And so you always sit there and, okay, it could happen. Happens more in 13 than 14, but it does happen in 14 too. But, and on your line, what you need is tight ends and big movers. And so what you do, especially for an effective running game, is you go after junior college tight ends, offensive linemen, and fullbacks for your rebuilds. Because you're not going to get you're going to have to take them and redshirt them and to get them as good. All right, if you get a 2 to 3 star recruit, that's a lineman, especially if you can get a good one. You take them and you start your junior college guys and you redshirt your offensive linemen so they get as good as or better than junior college guys by the time. So that's your biggest thing. Your biggest thing is pass protectors, big movers. You know, James runs different offenses than I do. I get fast quarterbacks and roll out. So I do real good with crossing routes, because a crossing route with a tight end, I used to think that too. I liked fast tight ends, but they don't block as well, so you can't run as well to use the pass to set up the run. And I'm like Coach Woodson in New Mexico State. I use the pass, set up the run. And so you just, and because once they do that and then they try to take the pass away, then they back up and then you just pound them. And I just go with big movers. And that's how I play college foosball. Is like the guy at Lubbock Christian said, you just kind of push people around. And if you can push them around at equal wise, most of the backs and the receivers and the skill players, if you're at FCS or FBS, are pretty similar. They're pretty good. They're hard to get on the ground. So you need good pushers. Since we were at Lubbock Christian and we're in the state of Texas, we got a lot of big boys that can push around people just as good and stop people from pushing us around just as good at Lubbock Christian as they have in New Mexico State. And he was right. They almost came in here and beat us. And it's like, yeah, he knows. I used to tell that to the guys in New Mexico State all the time. They'd play teams like Boise and all that. So look at the tape. Look what you guys can do. Look what they can do. Look at that. Look at your this and that. It's all about your confidence. Just go in there confident. Yeah, if they completely outmatch you, like we know when we played Georgia and Florida and shit like that, it's like, no. They're gonna have to play their worst game, and we're gonna have to play our best game, and that's just to keep it close. Yeah, okay. And we knew. It's like, no, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. And so, I just got to do stuff like that. But yeah, no, on that old thing, best recruiter of all time. Giving myself, even with recruiting restrictions, because you go the junior college route and build, and then get 3 stars, that especially athletes and offensive linemen, and redshirt them while you're rebuilding your program, being competitive with your junior college players. It's a little slower, but you'll get there. You can't start getting the real good offensive linemen and stuff until you're like 4-star and winning conference titles and all that stuff to try to even come close to competing with and you get all those coach points things and stuff. And but you can get caught up real fast with all the skill position players by simply just filling up most of your recruiting board with athletes and know which ones are what. You don't even have to scout them because you know all the athletes upside down, backwards, which ones you want, which ones are your best, which one's that guy, receiver of 98 speed, which one's that cornerback receiver of 99 speed. You know who he is and you go, there he is, okay. And when you get him, it's like, yeah, you're more likely have a shot at getting them if they're a junior college transfer. You only get them for 2 years or 3 years instead of 4. But yeah, and I always take them and move them to a different position, and then take them from little white guy and make them my favorite animation, medium dark 24. Lively up yourself, you won't need no dread. Okay. Yeah, and then if the guy's a cornerback and I want to make him a running back and he's 6 foot tall, 186, I make him 5'8", 189. I redshirt him. I move him to running back. We've got him all 4 years. Well, because of what they did with the AIR there, the NFL won't draft him. Well, he's under 5'10", that period. You can have the best running back of the nation, 5'9". All you have to do is just take him, move him to cornerback, and put him at your favorite art animations, and just change his height. Yeah, just make him under 5'10". He can be a cornerback, 5'9", 215. He's big, he's strong. You take him, instead of moving at running back, or you just do it at running back, but just take an inch off him. If he's 5'10" or 5'11", make him 5'9". He'll stay all 5 years. That's cheating. No, it's just knocking 2 inches off. Just say they lied when they're measured for the recruiters to come after him, because the NFL likes running backs that are 5'10" or taller than 5'10" or shorter, 5'9" and shorter. It's not cheating. It's creative. It's creative. It's artistic. I'm being artistic. Yeah, it works. That's how I keep all my players. I don't care about getting guys in the pro draft thing. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, most of my cornerbacks are 5'11", 170, 175, 178 pounds. Yeah, won the Heisman Trophy. Yeah. So I like to play with little quarterbacks because I like the CFL. And I like to play with little running backs and receivers. I move them to cornerback, make them 5'10", 176 pounds. Everybody, 24 dark, medium. Yeah, Earl's favorite animation. Small, medium, 6. It's all right. And I do some 13 medium, 13 medium, but 24 medium, dark, yeah, but 13 medium, and and occasionally, it's real hard to make them the size I want, to get them to be large 6, because if you get a running back and you want him to be large 6, if he's under 5'10", you can't make him 6. He's always going to be 20. You can make him a running back, 5'9", 265 pounds, and he's still going to be 24 dark medium. He's not going to be 6. You'd think, okay, but the guy's 5'9", 234 pounds. He should be large. He should have that big old neck from the offensive lineman with the dreads. Okay, they make it hard. Yeah. And then you want to try to get it with like the kickers and stuff where you can make them 24 medium, whatever, a kicker, and have them be like 5'9", 170, but you can't do that either. It's real easy to get medium 6, dreads, because, you just have to be small. And there he is. No matter how you make him, how you take him, move him over, you can have him that side, get him as an athlete and put him, and then if you just want to change him to make him look more realistic, because it's like, this ain't a white guy. I'm just kidding around. I am a unicorn, damn it. I don't think it's right. Through tribalism and racism, the reason why I'm I was the fastest man alive as a young person, and could jump higher than Michael Jordan when needed, and Kevin Johnson and all the rest of those guys, is because I am the Messiah. We migrated from North Africa because I was forced away by evil people that would fight and kill over everything they wanted and wouldn't stand up to protect the children from everything they wanted so we could all have everything we needed. It's not my fault I'm gorgeous. And when my hair gets to grow long, that it's very healthy when I'm not being poisoned by all their business partner perverts. Genome sequence me this and genome sequence me that. I had to explain everything to everybody. And we gotta load this thing up. So I had to climb up there, turn off the water, and put the new float on so that thing stops leaking. Okay guys, I love you very much. I would say please stop being such selfish, stupid fucking advertising bullshit egomaniac assholes on TV, but I've been doing that since June 2009, and then especially in that trailer court in Frytown, sitting on the toilet with the laptop on top of the hamper with the kids running around, and Amy trying to get me off the computer because she wants to sex text and masturbate with Yorgev and the other assholes online that she meets. You sexy man, you hero. Amy's had bad thinking because she's a survivor. She just didn't see me being successful and being the 1322nd Redeemer and stopping all these large and in charge, child molesting, home invading, murdering sacks of shit that are heroes. I brought my own ride. All right, Mr. Jeep. You think you are Kelly? You think you love you, Jeep? All right, Gil. Tell him. It wasn't a big bird, it was a big penis from this guy. It didn't look like a bird at all, it looks like a penis. Yeah, those rocket ships, they look like a big penis. It's big boy, it's big boy, it's Woody! It's from Austin Powers. Oh, never mind. Okay, so I love you guys very much. Looking down from heaven's den? No. Heaven is living the life of sacrifice faithfully, like the Messiah and his wife, and having little eyes, be they brown, be they blue, be they green, or be whatever color they're looking at you. And say, Daddy, I love you. Thank you. And giving you a Katie pizza hug. And cutting down on the sodas. Guys, it's the bubbles, like Chris said at Latch, you know. It's the bubbles, they tickle in it. Yeah, they do. But like Michelle Obama said, you know, we just need to, if we make the liquid clear and we find a healthy way to flavor it without making us sick, to feed the medical industry with murder and, hey, bombard them with Wi-Fi. I mean, with radiation Wi-Fi, there's not much difference, right? Then we'll be okay. You know, but don't give your kids something they say is healthy, has all kinds of shit that has them bouncing off the walls, and you yell at them, and you did it to them because you believe the government, what they said on their marketing packaging for the food. Those Go-Gurts, no, God, no. They have all kinds of food coloring that make the kids hyper. They may like them and stuff. She goes, you'd be better off Earl, going to the bakery, getting them some cream-filled donuts, have them all run around for 20 minutes, go into a sugar coma, brush their teeth, and put them in bed. But don't do that either. You know what you should get them? Cantaloupe and strawberry. Oh, that's right. So we got to cut the cantaloupe strawberries. Kate's favorite. Yeah, she's so cute. I love my buggy, snuggy, wuggy, buggy, snug. Guys, I love Oscar. I just don't like him. Okay. I love Amy. I just don't like what she does because she's being abused by the people that manipulate Oscar with genome sequencing because he wants to be better than me. It's like, you want to be good enough to have the respect of your daughter because she knows you love her. You don't want to try to outfuck her father, Earl. Yeah. No. Guys, who do they pray to as a father to save us from all the egomaniacs who think that God is their genitalia in their brain? Solitary confinement for the soul, I say. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, guys. Let's go load this up, and I got to climb up there and fix the old air conditioner from leaking. Well, because I live in Las Cruces, effing fucking Mr. McCall's hardware store, fucking Las Cruces, New Mexico. Gotta feed the economy. What's good for General Motors is good for America. Oh, Archie! Edith, you dingbat. Okay, you brought your own ride, Captain. Come on, Fred Scuttle. Okay, guys, I love you, all right? Peace out.